Hi, my name's Tom Horn. I've made a new firefighter tool called a jake knife. It's about the biggest pocket knife you can fit in your turnout trouser pocket. It's operable by a heavily gloved hand. This is the jake knife closed. This hook on the end you can use for a hose coupling spanner. To open the jake knife, you just pull it open. Then when you get to about here, you have to press the liner lock to get it fully open. Then it's locked. To close it, push the liner lock. You can close it about 90 degrees, and then you get a chance to not cut your fingers off with this heavy, very sharp blade. Press the liner lock again and close it. Okay, what you might ask, what can you do with the jake knife? Well, you can cut stuff with it. It's very sharp as delivered. The blade is made out of 440C, heat treated to about RC58, which is about the same as a high quality hunting knife. So it gets very sharp. It's fairly easy to resharpen. It is just a standard piece of paper, and you can imagine what that would do to a seat belt, no problem. What else can you do with the jake knife? Well, the blade is long enough and heavy enough that you can use it as a fairly effective hatchet. So I'm going to first cut a 2x4, then I'll cut some house wire, and then I'll cut some copper tubing, house copper tubing. Okay, now we'll try a 2x4. Okay, you're not going to do that with your throwaway pocket knife. This is a jake knife, good hatchet. Okay, now we're going to cut some house wire. This is standard 12-2 with ground, just like you'd normally wire a house with. Just give it a good hard blow, kind of towards the support, close to the support, and it ought to go okay. Try that with your throwaway pocket knife. This time we'll try another kind of wire. This is 6-3 with ground, 3 6-gauge wires and a 12-gauge ground wire, all in a cable. This is what would be good for about 50 to 60 amps. Would power a dryer or range. Again, cut it close to the support, and it'll go a lot better. This will be a lot harder than that 12-2 with ground. Okay, you're not going to do that with your pocket knife, and you're probably not going to do that with your axe unless you keep it so sharp it's going to cut your leg off. So, the jake knife. Okay, now you might be asking, well, what else can I cut with the jake knife? You can cut anything with the jake knife, almost. Here's a piece of 3/4 inch copper house pipe. Copper house water pipe. We're going to cut this with a jake knife. Again, cut it close to the support. It'll work a little better. Now if you try this with your axe, I suppose you'd eventually get through it, but unless your axe was real sharp, you'd have a tough time. Here we go with the jackknife. Okay, 5 blows with the jackknife. I don't think you're going to do that with your axe. And you're sure as hell not going to do it with your throwaway pocket knife. Jackknife. Everybody needs one.